Hello everybody! Welcome to my YouTube channel, Poverty Hill Adventures. Today's video, I'm going to show everybody the project that I worked on today in the workshop here. As many of you know, I paint old saws, artwork on old saws. I had some saws dropped off the other day, and in the pile of hand saws was a two-man crosscut saw. And I looked at it, and underneath all the grunge and dirt and surface rust, it looked like a really good saw. And I don't like painting on really good tools of any sort, so I looked at it, and it looked like, other than it probably being forgotten about for the last 75 or 80 years, it looked like it was a well taken care of saw. There were no broken teeth. The teeth actually appeared to still be somewhat sharp. It's two cutters and a raker, and the cutters were set, and the rakers looked to be at the right depth. I mean, I didn't have a tool to measure it with, but like I said, it looked like it was in good shape. The handles were still there. They weren't in bad shape. So I started fooling around with it. A lot of times the handles, the wing nuts that hold them in place, are rusted solid, and you end up breaking the nut trying to get it off. But in this case, everything came apart smooth as could be. Like I said, I think this saw was taken care of. So I got the handles off, got all the hardware off, started scraping the crud off of the blade. Then I went ahead and sanded it with a finishing sander with progressively finer and finer grits of sandpaper. I started out with about 100 grit and ended up with 1,500 grit, and I got a real nice smooth finish. There was no pitting on the blade, and the etching on the blade is gone, but that's to be expected. The teeth, the cutters and the rakers, I had to go in and sand them by hand because I didn't want to screw them up with the sander, and that was a little tedious. But I've got those almost to where I want them. I want to, work on it a little further, but I wanted to show everybody the progress that I made today. In cleaning up the hardware that holds the handles, I discovered some old red paint on there, and I believe it to be original old red paint. So I cleaned those up. I soaked them in vinegar for a while and got the rust off them, and then went over them with some steel wool, and I painted them with some bright red paint where I thought they were probably painted from the factory. And it kind of accents it. It looks good. I sanded down the wood handles, which it only took a little bit to sand on the surface, and then I coated them with linseed oil, which I'm gonna have to give a couple more coats of linseed oil, but right now they're good. I reassembled everything, and I like where I'm at with the saw. It looks pretty good. I'm no professional saw restorer, I'm just a guy in a little workshop here. And I have other crosscut saws that I've had sharpened by the Amish, and they do a great job, and they're all users. They cut beautiful. And this one, I think I'm going to try my hand at sharpening it. If I goof it up, I'll take it over to the Amish and they can ungoof it up for me, So I'm going to work some more on the sharpening tomorrow, but right now, this is where I stand with this saw. I'm liking it, and I'm glad I didn't decide to paint a painting over it, because that would be a shame, a nice tool like this. So I just wanted to, encourage some of you guys to, if you see some of these old tools, check them out before you either discard them or hang them up on the barn, or paint like in my case, paint a painting on them. Because they might, underneath some of that grunge and grime, there might be a decent usable tool. So I'll show some future videos of the saw in action. Unfortunately, I'd take it out and saw with it right now, but it's a two-man saw, and I'm just one man. So I got to find somebody to help me with that. Until next time, everybody, take care. Thank you for watching. Remember to keep on trucking and believe in yourself even when no one else does.